Please note that any comments, jokes, questions, maybe anything that we say on the History of Bad Ideas is all in good fun. And remember, we insult everybody. Our thoughts, opinions, questions, anything else, actions that we do on the show do not reflect any of our employers, organizations, advertisers, or anyone else that is associated with the History of Bad Ideas. And remember, at the end of the day, it's just a joke.
Welcome to the History of Bad Ideas, episode number 549. I'm Jason.
I'm Brian.
Scab Jeff, Scab Blake, and Scab Jim.
That seems right. That seems about right. It's summer. Most shows do reruns. We just do a short
Special edition.
every week with new people. Rumor is the Gimp and Jim will be back next week.
I'll believe it when I see it.
Yeah, I will be too. Supposedly the Gimp has prizes or tasty stuff from... we have a dog peeking in. And he's like, nope. She's like, nope, I'm out.
Hello, Molly.
We have from Buc-ee's. The Gimp is bringing stuff from Buc-ee's.
Yeah, the last time we did that was awesome.
Oh, yeah, the quail eggs.
Mm-hmm. Yep. I've been to Buc-ee's numerous times. I've
Why?
never once thought of buying those.
Why would you go to Buc-ee's numerous times?
It's a fantastic place.
Is it?
Yes.
A
A little bit of heaven right there in Kentucky.
My youngest son out in the green room would disagree with that. He would disagree with that. So I'm just
Kids
saying.
are terrible kids.
Well, that's true. That's true. So yeah, Doug, welcome.
Thank you. I brought stuff.
Okay, what'd you bring?
Well, first off, I brought this autographed picture.
Okay.
I didn't want to get bent.
Talking to the mic.
I didn't want to get bent, so I brought it in this Maine Invites Me catalog that I had laying around. So,
What'd you get?
it's
Who is that? Oh, Maureen.
no
Marina
Oh,
Ben
McKenzie.
Ben McKenzie autograph.
The whole time I was
Look at
bringing it up.
that. Did you see we have a Katie Cassidy one?
Yes.
Somebody
asked me, what was the problem? What's your guys' problem with her?
Nothing. Katie Cassidy's a true gem. You know, she directed an episode. Brian was a big fan.
Yes. Okay.
Brian? Here, Katie Cassidy?
Yep, she was there.
She was there. I don't know what you're talking about.
I don't know if you heard, but I was in Maine.
You were in Maine without Brian, your son.
Without me.
You would think that he would bring you around.
Look at this, Jason. Here's a text I sent him. You can see it right here.
Okay.
It says, "Be at the house by 7. We're leaving at 7." He wasn't there. We left without him. You can see it plain as
did you
day.
think 7 p.m.?
No, I didn't get that text.
Look
So
at the text
I
now.
brought blueberry soda.
Oh, old Soaker blueberry soda. That looks good. I'm a big blueberry fan. I like blueberry.
And just because we bring drinks here a lot, I brought cups too for you.
Oh, good job. Good
Cups
job.
from
We got
the
cups
studio.
now. You know, the good news is, Brian, our podcast room was getting very empty for a while. We were not getting, we were losing food, but you brought new Jolly Ranchers in.
Those were a bribe
From who?
from Dr. Dana.
Dr. Dana's the best.
You know,
She heard our comments that the studio was, the cupboards were bare in the
The
studio.
cupboards were bare.
And we were reduced to eating Peeps cereal without milk. So
To be fair, I wasn't on that episode. You could have gone up there and got in the milk.
she re-upped us with our Jolly Ranchers.
I do like the Ben McKenzie one.
you know, it seems like too many of these Canadians of the year are trying to bribe themselves. They're looking to get reelected as opposed to actually doing the job of Canadian of the Year and spreading the gospel of Hobie.
So
as
they're kind
Gab
of
Randall
like
was doing.
They're kind of like American politics.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha. I feel like we're in good condition.
Gab
Safe.
Randall likes
Yes.
Dippin' Dots, so I bought her these.
She did not like these
She wanted the podcast to have them.
cookies and cream snack balls, dipping dots. Those look nasty. They look like sugar cubes with flies on them. Back me up on that.
Could be good.
Nah, I'm guessing they're probably not going to be, but we're going to try.
And then she also sent over,
Dunkaroos for Dunkaroo Doug. Look at that.
and then
look at that.
because we did really feel bad
oh my God, look at all
that
this food.
that Brian did not get to go on the family vacation. We missed him. Mm-hmm. But so we brought.
Peeps?
I believe this is what he said he liked.
Oh, wow! Look at that.
What do you get? What'd you get?
Caramel creams.
Caramel cream.
Whoa.
You know, that's my oldest son's favorite candy, too.
My probably second favorite behind these Jolly Ranchers.
I was making a grocery list last week, and I looked at my son. I was like, "If you clean out the guinea pig by yourself, I'll get you I'll get you some candy at the store. What do you want?" And he's like, "Caramels." He's like, the caramel bullseyes. I like that Molly, my dog, is looking at you.
Hello, Molly.
Hey, Molly.
Because he has food.
She's like, I'm not sure, but I'm going this way. Nope, she's not coming back.
Yeah, she'll be back.
Yeah, she'll be back. So, anyways, baby steps on her. Well, thank you, Doug. These are great gifts. Doug, did you ever do the Final Boss Sours 3, level 3?
I've never done any of the final bosses.
Here, why don't you try the final bosses? You made us do ranch. You do this.
Go to go to the end.
Yeah, just do the whole thing. Forget 1 and 2. We're just going straight to the end. Brian, would you like to try some Dipping Dots, cookies and cream?
I can do that. Yeah, for sure.
Oh, doesn't smell great.
Oh, those smell delightful.
Oh, no, not liking those. What do you think about the sours? You got to do like more than 2 at a time.
I did.
Okay.
So they're like puff corn, but they're cookies and cream flavored. Okay, got it.
Not sure about that. Hold on.
Oh yeah, those are great.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sure. Do the whole bag.
It's a very bad taste. Is that the cranberries? Or is that the sour?
It's the craisins, Doug.
It's the craisins. See, I like those. Those ones that have the extra, like, they're pretty not salty, but, it has that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like those. I go through a pack. I don't mind those. They can get a little, if you get a pack with a lot of sour to it, it's a little rough. Like, it's overpowering on the flavor.
I'm
what
not
do you
a
think?
big sour person as it is.
Oh, okay. That could be a problem.
That second batch wasn't as bad.
Yeah. I like the sour. I thought, what would we say, the second level was actually worse than the third, I thought, in terms of the sour. I really thought second was pretty bad. So,
these Dippin' Dots are delightful.
oh, God, you can take those home.
Oh, I will.
Please do. Have you tried them, Doug?
No.
They're not great. Did you get them out Ollie's? Are
Yes.
they expired?
No.
$2.49, originally $3.29. Well, that's too cheap not to buy. Look at that. Expiration 2022. Well, it's okay.
No, October 21st, 2024.
Oh, okay. What do you think?
Tastes like something I've had before, but I can't place it.
Crap.
The
ranch
texture in that. No.
It tastes like ranch.
No, it doesn't. These are good.
I'm not a big fan. Not a fan. Not a
Nobody
fan of this.
cares.
Just telling you. Jesus.
Did you want to do the blueberry pop because it is cold?
Yeah, we'll do the blueberry
Okay,
pop in
okay.
a second. You want
All
to
right.
open that
Oh,
up,
that's fine.
Brian, while I talk here?
I think you might need a bottle opener.
Yes, I will go away
There you go.
while you talk.
No, I meant to
You don't
open.
you don't need me to talk.
Hey, you know what? You know what you should do because it's too good of a deal to pass up? The Cincinnati Comic Expo, October 18th through the 20th. Sharonville Convention Center. We'll all be there. And a lot of the cast of X-Men 97 will be there as well. Hobie will be interviewing them. Can't tell you exactly who's on which panels, but we'll get to that eventually. So, yeah. The X-Men 97 cast will be there. Come get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com.
I think more importantly, Chris Potter was in Heartland.
Which is what?
Some show about a horse farm or something.
Oh.
It's the only celebrity Scab Randall has ever known.
Is she going to be there?
Possibly.
Uh-oh. What happened?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
She had school.
Not the Saturday and Sunday.
Well, Sunday is a school night, Jason.
She wanted me to take her out of school last year.
I think that's a quality thing. So Hobie will be there. You know who else will be there? Brian, do you know who else?
Sorry, I'm busy procuring the. Yeah, Brad will be there. I'm sorry, I couldn't talk because I'm pouring drinks for us.
I'm Brad.
Brad's going to be there. Old man Brad, best podcast out there that he's been on.
Is he
in
going
years.
1-on-1 against Chuck Norris?
He might. Chuck Norris will be there. Katie Sackhoff will be there. Ming-Na Wen will be there, who's not only a Disney princess, she's a Star Wars princess, and a Marvel princess.
And she's a doctor
Not in real life.
on ER.
She plays a doctor, though.
She's a real life Marvel princess?
Yeah.
No.
Brian, you're like 800 episodes and movies behind. Don't talk about Marvel, okay? God. But yeah, so get your tickets October 18th through the 20th. Get your tickets at CincinnatiComicExpo.com. And the tickets are really cheap, so make sure you go do it. So,
Just announced today was artist Bart Sears,
oh, okay. Okay.
who has done comic books, but
Thank you, so, sir.
going down
No,
here
thank you, Jason.
in the toy and gaming industry. Thank you, sir.
No, thank you, Doug.
And he's designed G.I. Joe and WWF toys.
Yep. The pandas? Like pandas? Oh, wrestlers, the old school wrestlers.
Yes,
okay.
yes.
I thought I meant pandas, like, WWF pandas with chairs. Best shirt ever. Okay, well, look at that. We're pretty excited about that. So, yeah, come get your tickets. Brian, do you know Izzy? She sells great merchandise at Untidy Vitas.
I do know Izzy.
She has asked to come on. They have asked to come on the show.
I have repeatedly asked you to get them back on the show.
Yes.
And I told them last Friday when I recorded an episode with them that I would make it a priority to get them back.
They will be back in the next couple weeks. We will get them back. We like them. Everything I learned from movies.
I think Jason just likes to make them big.
Well, that's why I stepped in and told them that I would take care of that for them.
Yeah, that's why. You're in charge of booking. You are in charge of booking.
Oh, good to know.
You just got promoted. Congratulations.
I'd like to book Steve and Izzy, please.
Sure. Got it. We'll get it on there.
We recorded we did. The Town was the movie that we...
Ben Affleck?
Yep.
Casey Affleck in there?
Ben Affleck, Jeremy Renner.
That's right.
Yep. John Hamm.
Was Ben Affleck the villain in that?
No.
Wasn't he? Okay.
Well, I mean...
Was he the robber?
Yeah, he was part of the bank
robbery
crew.
Gotcha. Okay. Brian, what did you pour out? What is this?
I poured out the blueberry soda that Doug brought for us
from Maine.
It's quite tasty.
I just saw that on the cap that it's brewed or bottled by Atlantic Brewing, so I know it's going to be good.
It's really damn good.
Their blueberry ale is probably one of my favorite beers ever.
Not too much blueberry in it?
No.
That's good. That's good. I like a blueberry ale, but you got to make sure it's not...
That was the beer that when you went to Boston, I asked you to get and bring back, and
I did not.
I got nothing.
I did not.
So,
Doug, did you like it?
Yeah, it's not bad.
I like it too. There's a local brewery that did sour apple beer, and I tried that. It was sour green apple, and it was good. And then you get through half of it, and you're like, okay, that's about enough. Like, the first half is good, and after that, it's just kind of a struggle. But this, I know it's not beer, but this tastes very, very good. I enjoy this, Doug. Good job. Mm-hmm. Good job.
Well, I thought it was delicious.
Good job.
Thank you for asking.
I have the mixer board this week because Jeff's not here. So
yeah, we didn't address that.
Jeff is not here.
Jeff is feeling a little under the weather. We were told.
So we told him it's okay. Brian booked Doug this week, so we appreciate that.
I thought it was because him and Jim got into a fight.
That may have too.
We don't have podcasters fighting. That's against the rules.
It is against the rules. It is. Blake, he just decided not to show. I think he's in Alaska. Did you know he went to Alaska?
Really?
Yeah.
I believe he's captaining a Gator cruise down in Florida this week.
That's
he's
right.
Like one of those airboats.
Oh, I could see Blake doing that. I could see him being like an Outback Jack, like that. Brian, what did you watch this week?
I watched a lot of stuff.
What'd you watch? Give us something.
Let's see. We'll start off and then we'll go with The Bear, season 3.
And?
It was kind of boring. Not a lot happened.
Did all the episodes drop at one time?
Yeah.
Okay.
So we watched. It was 10. I actually finished it before I left to come out here. Yeah, they dropped all at once. It wasn't bad, but it was kind of boring. There was a lot of nothing really happened.
Really?
Which is kind of weird. I mean, again, I'll watch it again because that's what I do. I'll watch it again since we kind of just consumed it
at one time
in 3 days, over 3 days. So I'll watch it again, but it was just way different than the first 2 seasons.
That's what I've heard.
I mean, still not by no means was it bad, but it was just not what I was expecting.
Who's the lead actor in that?
Jeremy Allen White.
I like him because, unlike most people in Hollywood, he's like, I don't need to be in a Marvel movie. I'm okay without it. And he didn't do it to bash them. He just said, I'm not really into it. Because every other actor is like, I'll be in a Marvel movie.
Was he asked to be in one?
I guess. Like,
okay.
would he, like, one of the media questions was,
okay.
Would you do a Marvel film? And he's like, nah, probably not.
Would you like $20 million? Nah.
Nah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm good with it.
No.
Martin Scorsese said no either, too. I was kind of surprised by that. Anything else you watch?
What else did I watch this week?
Kirk Cameron's Homeschool?
What else did I watch this week? I restarted Bosch
Okay.
from the beginning. As good as I remembered.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm up to season 3 of that.
Okay. Good. Doug, you watch anything while Brian's thinking? Brian, keep
I watched
going?
Fallout.
Oh, I forgot all
Yes.
about that.
Yes.
Amazon.
That's another one that came out and then you just kind of forget about it.
Not what I was expecting. Never played the game.
Yeah.
I thought it was really good.
Okay. Did you watch...
Just to interrupt. Eric Estrada makes a cameo in it.
Ooh, chips. Did you watch Twisted Metal on Peacock?
I don't have Peacock.
Okay. I was
I
going
don't
to
have
ask if it was
podcast
similar.
money like you. I don't
That's
have
true.
Peacock, yeah.
That is true. You will after this episode. But I was wondering if it was similar to that. I know that there's different storylines to that, but like the whole
It's
feature.
way different.
Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
Shoot. Brian, I was going to tell you
Oh.
about Twisted Metal Season 2, who they got. Just keep talking. So you like Fallout, Doug?
Yes, I did.
Never played
Yes.
the video game?
Yep.
Okay. Is it comedy?
No.
Okay.
No, there's not.
No.
It's
But
pretty...
I mean, as far as I knew about the vaults, okay? So that's what I was expecting would take place in. And no.
okay.
Not a lot of vault.
And there's some stuff in there. It's like, what the hell am I watching?
Yep. Yep.
In a good way.
Samoa Joe is returning in Season 2 with Will Arnett.
Oh, yeah.
Shoot. Hold on. I'm going to try to find you who was in it. Did you watch anything else, anybody? Anybody keep going?
I went to the cinema last night.
Oh, yeah. What'd you see?
Me and Dr. Dana saw The Bike Riders.
Okay.
Very enjoyable film. Not what I was expecting at all.
Okay.
Very well done.
Good. I heard it wasn't as violent as people thought.
Nowhere near like what you would expect a movie about a motorcycle club to be.
Okay.
No, that was, and I didn't realize that it was based on a book that was done in the 60s and 70s. It's a true story.
Oh, okay. True story.
Yeah, it was very well done.
Okay. Highly recommend.
Yeah, absolutely. Austin Butler's great in it. Tom Hardy's really good. Jodie Comer probably was my favorite though.
What is Austin Butler known for? What was his big break?
Elvis.
That's what it was. Okay.
And then he just did Elvis, and then
I gotta see that still.
he was in the Apple
Severance.
Nope. The World War II fighter pilot show that I really liked.
Oh, the Band of Brothers in the air, though.
Yeah. Yep.
Flyboys.
Apple presents Band of Brothers from the air.
Trademark it.
Hey, quiet out in the green room.
Yeah.
As I'm yelling at the green room.
Yeah, but he was the lead in that Apple show too.
Band of Brothers, Flight Boys.
Yeah, sure. That's what we'll go with.
Season 2. Can you close that door? Because my kid.
Masters of the Air.
That's what it is. Masters of the Universe. So, in season 2 of Twisted Metal is Anthony Carrigan.
Who's that?
He was in Barry, the bald guy.
Okay.
Love him. Let's see here. Richard D. Clark.
Who's that?
Don't know. You would see him.
Richard the Clerk.
Yes.
Oh.
Tiana Okoye.
I'm sure you messed that up.
And Patty Guggenheim. So there you go.
Great museum.
Yes, she actually owns it. But I like Anthony Carrigan. He's in the new Superman film too. So we'll see how
Is
that's
that the one filming in Cincinnati?
Yeah. So
Are we going to get an exclusive behind the scenes?
I'm going to try. Jason C. Brown, I don't know if he's working on it, but he's in Hollywood, so I'm going to see if he can help us out here. So I watched If, Imaginary Friends.
Mm-hmm.
It was fine. It was enjoyable. My son wanted to watch it for his birthday, so we bought it because it was $20 to rent, 25 to buy. So I was like, just buy it, because at this point, it's still cheaper than going to the movies with 3 kids and a wife and that. So we enjoyed it. It was not as much imaginary characters in it as I thought. There was no villain in it, and which is fine, but it was a little bit different than I thought. First 5 minutes, there's a tragic death, and I was like, well, this is uplifting. And then, there's another scary possible tragic death later on. I'm like, what is going on here? But it was well done. I thought the lead actor, the girl in it, I thought she did a good job with it. Ryan Reynolds is fun. He's always, a good time. So I enjoyed it. It's just not as it's still kid friendly, but it wasn't as kid as I thought it would be, a children's show. But still enjoyable. So.
I'm boycotting that because
why is that?
They stole the idea from Hobie friend Jason C. Brown.
I agree.
Who had
it
his
is
own
very similar.
Imaginary Friend movie, a short movie.
Yes. I did find out because M. Night Shyamalan's Trap trailer came out again today, the new version of it. And people were talking about it what is this based on and that. Supposedly original piece, but went down a little rabbit hole that I guess The Village, spoilers for a 15-year-old movie, that they're all pretending to be in the 1800s, but it's actually modern times. There was a book that came out 5 years before that, a teen book, and it was basically the same exact plot. And the book company actually accused him of plagiarism for it.
Oh, so he didn't.
Yeah.
Oh.
So they never really said what happened. I don't know if he settled out of court or if they even sued or what, but they did accuse him of it. Which is a very similar story. Hey, they thought they were in the 1800s, and basically they said, no, you're not. And a young girl goes off to get medicine from the modern world because her family is sick. And it's and then she comes out as 1996. And it's it's interesting. So did you see the trailer for Trap?
I did not.
It's a serial killer. Josh Hartnett is a serial killer, supposedly. And him and his teenage daughter go to a Taylor Swift type concert. And basically he finds out it's all a big trap to catch a serial killer there. And so he's panicking. And so there's people trying to connect it. Is it connected to the one rumor is Haley Joel Osment from Sixth Sense is in it, and he's helping the police now. And so they say it might connect to that. They don't know yet, though. And then there's one rumor out there maybe it's the daughter that's the serial killer, and he's trying to protect her, because it comes out that he's the butcher, but you don't know if it is. It's M. Night
from The Boys,
right?
Huh? From The Boys?
Yes, the butcher from The Boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I've yet to start the new season of that. I need to.
Yeah,
I need to.
Yeah.
So, okay. Anything else here? Okay. So we go into the social media poll of the week, brought to you by Ben McKenzie. Since the real life Jurassic World is happening, we'll talk about that in a bit. That's called a tease. What extinct animal would you want to be recreated to rush humanity to extinction? Because it's happening. We're going there. It's going to occur. We have the saber-toothed tiger, Tyrannosaurus Rex, the Megalodon, or the Titanoboa. Do you know what that is?
Nope.
I thought it was tit and a Naboa, so I was all for
No, Sean
a
Connery.
large tit.
Yes, it's a giant tit. That's what it is. It's the largest snake that ever lived. 50 feet long, and I forget how wide, but it would just swallow everything back in the prehistoric days and that. So there you go. I guess I should help if I get the results. I don't have talk amongst yourself here. Did you know Cincinnati Comic Expo coming out?
Yeah, we've already plugged that.
Damn it.
Brian, did I mention I went to Maine? Acadia National Park. Have I told you about it? It's beautiful.
You hadn't mentioned it, but you had plastered it all over social media to embarrass me for not
That was
being
not
invited.
me plastering it all over social media.
Let's see.
How was it?
Beautiful. Fantastic.
Just as I remember.
Yes.
Been better if you saw it again, though.
Yeah,
you know.
if I were there, it would have been twice as nice.
Let's see
We
here.
only have a minivan with one child, and she takes up a lot of room.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't.
See high maintenance.
There been for all she does is play on her phone. She takes up the whole back seat.
Really?
Yes.
My oldest son, he'll take up the third row seat and just lay across it. And it's like, what are you doing back there? And so we got a new car, and like the third row is still good size, but we're going to the trunk isn't as big, so we're going to have to move the one seat down and kind of do that when we go on vacation. And he's really upset because he's not going to be able to lay down. It's like, no,
It's probably not safe, anyways.
no, it's not. So, anyways, let's
But
see
you
here.
have three, so I mean, you lose one. So
Yeah, man, it's fine.
got two more.
Titan Oboa came in at 5%. Megalodon came in at 11%. Kind of a surprise one here. 47% to 37%. The T-Rex beat out the saber-toothed tiger. So,
Wow.
I would kind of like to see the saber-toothed tiger around here, actually. Not around me, but like in the world.
Other people.
Yeah, there's a lot of other people.
I think they should set them loose in Yellowstone.
Yeah. Hey, can I get a picture with him? Go right ahead.
Please go boop that cat.
Before you do, though, step into that sulfur pit over there. That's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, that hot spring. Go take a dip in there. It's only 5 million degrees.
Yeah,
Melt your
but
skin off, you
there's no
dumbass.
humidity in it, so it's probably a cool 5,000 degrees. I'm going to just dip my foot into it. Fucking idiots. Anyways,
Yep.
let's see here. Brian, would you like to do some listener feedback over there?
I would love to do some.
Let me get you. You know
some
what?
Listener feedback.
We actually have music for listener feedback.
We do. That's not music.
That's an air
sound
horn.
effect.
There you go. Brian, what do you got for listener feedback here?
There we go. What?
That's your music. That's your intro. Let's go.
That's not music. That's a sound effect.
There's your sound effect.
Thank you. Listener feedback sponsored by Hello Jeff. What's in the box this week? Does anyone know? Did we get an update for Hello Jeff this week?
Pepto-Bismol.
Okay.
Got Pepto-Bismol.
Saltines.
Saltines.
Chicken noodle soup.
7-Up.
Okay.
7-Up. Chicken broth. Not chicken noodle soup.
Oh, there's no.
Well, there is chicken, but it comes separately. It comes not in the soup. You got to put it in.
deconstructed chicken noodle soup.
Can't tell you that. It could be a live one. Don't know.
It could be live soup.
Live chickens. You don't know.
What?
Might get a live chicken in it.
Sorry, I said anything.
We have delivered chickens in the mail.
Really?
Yes.
Really? Like live ones? Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Like you have delivered it.
That comes express, and the people have to come pick it up. But yes, it is mailed.
Okay, so live chickens are okay.
Chicken rooster, I'm not sure.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're sent. What do you do with them? Like, do they have like a timetable to pick them up?
I
If
would
you-
think they're expecting the chicken in the mail.
Well, you would hope so, but I mean, you don't. I mean, if not, that shouldn't be your responsibility to feed it and everything, right?
It's in a box. We don't do anything with it.
Seems kind of mean, though, don't you think?
It has
Brian?
holes in it, but yeah.
I mean, it's not like it's a lightning bug. I mean, it's a chicken. I don't like that. I don't like that idea. Because then,
Just
if they
don't
don't
order one.
Yeah, but if you do get one, I don't like that because then, again, if somebody doesn't pick it up in time, it could just die. I don't like that. I don't like that.
Circle of life.
That's not a circle of life. That's just being an asshole. I'm going to send a chicken in the mail. Who sends a chicken in the mail?
Companies that sell chickens over the mail.
I guess so.
They call those mail order chickens.
Oh! Less costly than mail order brides, I will tell you that much.
No,
So,
take up less space.
yes.
All right. So I'm not really sure what's going to be in the Hello Jeff box this week, but Hobie Pod gets you 20% off.
Yep.
We start off with that one guy,
Can't give yourself a nickname.
the jewel of the licking,
Duckaroo Doug.
Beaver hands,
beaver teeth,
beaver tails,
Beaver fur.
beaver feet,
Beaver ears.
ape hands, screwdriver,
hammer,
the postman,
Big D.
Sunny D,
Chili Billy.
Doug.
Yeah, and he's here, so he can read his own question.
Was the Carrie Ann Moss fight in the Acolyte good? She was killed with a steak knife.
She was killed with a steak knife. It was one of those Ginsu knives, though. So it's a pretty sharp steak knife. It was good, but yeah, for a Jedi Master, she didn't really do much of a fight.
I don't understand if you fight them with no weapons, you can win.
Yeah.
Where did that disappear to in the new ones? And there again, I'm not a big fan of the show.
Okay.
I want to be. Mm-hmm. I don't really like any of the characters.
Okay.
So far. But and I know this is shocking, but everything I've read on the internet, I think has been. No, I just read headlines. I don't read. It seems to be wrong.
Okay.
I've heard the fight was the best Star Wars fight ever. Then I think in the fourth episode, they changed it to that. That was fine.
Yeah.
The episode 3 was the most woke episode
ever
of Star Wars. I'm like, oh God, what's this going to be? And I watched it and was like,
lesbians wish for a baby, and they got one.
Was that an episode? Is that the episode?
Yeah, it's episode 3.
Okay, yeah. And it was like, and I think the one woman said is something about what about she used the pronoun he, and then was like, well, I don't know what it is, so they. I'm like, is that what they're upset about?
Okay.
Yes.
It's like I keep hearing how terrible it's going to be, and it's like it's not. I'm not a big fan yet, but it's like it's not terrible for those reasons.
Yeah.
So
I think the one article I read was the Jedi. I think you told me this. The Jedi are not very good at Jediing.
Yes, they're not. I wasn't a big fan of Surfer Jedi either.
Well, the guy that teaches the kindergarten kids. The kindergarten Jedi. You can't leave. You're too valuable.
Exactly.
They're doing shapes.
Yes. Yeah. He can't leave to go track down the murderer.
Yeah.
Because he's too valuable there teaching preschool. Okay.
Preschool's a very important section. But as a Jedi, probably not the most important.
No.
I do like him. So I like that the Jedi are in control because it's a different era.
Right.
But they're still fucking it up like the Empire does. Yes. So I like that because whoever's in charge, they all fuck it up, as you know, evident by our current state. And future state probably, and past state.
But even in one of the new trilogy ones where we only have so many ships, and we're going to attack this. Was it The Last Jedi? Maybe where they hyperspace through.
Yeah.
Okay, so at the beginning, Poe thinks it's a great thing if they destroy one ship from the Empire, even though the rebellion only has a limited number of ships, and they lost ships in that. That made no sense either.
She was trying to protect them.
No, I understand for the hyperspace part.
Yes.
But at the beginning, when they're trying to bomb the one ship,
I gotcha.
It's like, why are you wasting...
Yes.
Fuck.
Well, to be fair...
So apparently, do you want the rebellion governing?
I don't think
they're very good.
It's kind of like South Park. Turd sandwich, giant douche.
You know,
they're both. I will say, at least the Empire keeps it in order.
Right. Without order, what do you have?
Chaos. And the rebels are too granola for me sometimes.
And maybe what exactly did the Empire do that was so bad?
Well, they blew up planets
when they were ruling, but that was when they were fighting.
Well, they did take over a lot of the planets and the small businesses.
Okay.
You had to pay them.
Right, but were people destitute? Were they broke because of it?
I think some of it.
I don't know. Well, I don't know. You lived on Tatooine.
Yeah.
What kind of business you going to have? There's nothing there but sand.
Butcher shop. Butcher shop in the middle of the desert.
Yes.
Butcher shop.
As Sam Kinison said, in 1,000 years, what's it going to be? Sand.
Yes. Great. If you do live on Tatooine, you don't really have much of a... plethora of options there. I will tell you that. Kind of like Hoth. You're not going to be doing much.
Right.
Not doing much. Brian, what do you think?
Yes.
I don't. What are you guys talking about?
The government implications of Star Wars.
Oh, God.
How many episodes you back? You behind?
How many are there?
5 tonight, I think.
Oh, yep. 5.
Okay.
Yep.
You could start now, so you don't need to know anything else.
Actually,
yeah, that's what everyone keeps saying, and I still can't.
Remember that episode when we said, hey, let's all watch something together?
Yeah.
And then Blake, I'm not doing that. Wait, be Blake.
I thought
But
it
I
was
mean,
the
to
boys
be
you were going to do.
Well,
yeah,
yeah.
And then you weren't up to date yet.
Oh, no.
Quit blaming Blake.
That was my bad. Apology.
Yep. Then Jim got suspended.
Yeah. It's going to hell, I'll be honest. What else you got?
So there you go, Doug.
Okay, yeah.
I don't think it was that good. Next up from Richard505 at Not That Richard. He says, which comedian did you love but now you just do not find funny?
I know this is going to be unpopular. When he first came out, I actually enjoyed his comedy. It was Dane Cook. I really did. Now, I was younger, but I really enjoyed his comedy the first couple years.
But to be fair, he doesn't do comedy anymore. He doesn't really do anything.
He does podcast.
So do we.
That's true.
We're not comedians.
That's true. That's true. We tried.
Well, if that's all it takes, then I'm not a big fan of Jason's anymore.
That doesn't take much. Jeez.
But at one point you loved him, and now you don't find him funny?
Probably, I would say
Do you think once
45 years ago when he was a tiny thing.
before I broke the typewriter?
Yeah, well, yeah, the damn typewriter. Exactly, yeah.
Who broke that? It was a balloon. Technically, I was young. It was your responsibility.
They called me out to eat dinner. I was doing homework.
So Dane Cook.
Hey, that's why our parents don't like us anymore.
I'm going to say Jerry Seinfeld.
Really?
And maybe, yes, I know everybody loves it still, but watching the old shows, sometimes he just whines a lot.
He does. He does.
A lot of whining. I got a daughter. I got enough of that at home. I don't want to watch that.
Dave Attell I really loved back in the early Comedy Central days. And his show Late Night or Up All Nighter or whatever that was called. That was hilarious. But I've seen his recent stuff and it's like, nah. I mean, he's not bad. It's just I don't find it as humorous anymore.
What about now? I never watched the show, but what about Bill Cosby?
Probably not good anymore.
No,
probably
okay.
not good.
Yeah.
He tries topical stuff now. Not a good set.
No.
Not a good set.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with Dave Attell. I don't think his act has really changed.
No.
It's like that's just who he is, and he does what he does, and
He drinks, gets up on stage, and have a good day.
yeah, I don't even think he drinks anymore.
I don't think he does, actually.
I'm gonna say Jim Brewer. When he was when he first got on SNL and then early stuff, I thought he was hilarious. But Crank Yankers, I thought he was hilarious. Now, nope, little nuts.
I will say somebody I really enjoyed, and he passed away, Ralphie May, the big guy. He was funny, and then he started going from I'm a poor guy, I'm poor, and then he started doing the country route. He became more what is it those three guys that do the country, Jeff Foxworthy and those guys.
Oh yeah.
Blue Collar.
Yeah.
He started doing Blue Collar at the end before he passed away. Yeah. And it was kind of weird. And it wasn't I saw it maybe a couple months ago, one of his last ones, stand-up specials. And it was a lot of blue collar comedy type stuff. And I'm like, this isn't as good. When he was talking, when he grew up in the inner city and all that stuff, he was hilarious. But the last couple of things, it was not so.
Milking cows, riding horses.
Yeah. Yeah.
Really?
No, not so, he did talk about being on a farm, but it was just weird. It was more hillbilly stuff, which is fine, but it doesn't seem genuine coming from him as opposed to Foxworthy, Bill Engvall and that stuff. And I know that it's all an act. I get that stuff, but I feel like I can relate a little bit more to them saying it than him. So, especially since I knew his early stuff. So.
Yeah, he probably just watched Dirty Jobs.
Wibbly wobbly.
Oh,
renewed 2 more seasons.
Again?
Yeah. We're up to 8 seasons that's been renewed. 18 episodes in each season.
It hasn't even been on a year.
Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Supposedly the spinoff Wobbly Wibbly might be coming out too. So just let you guys know.
I don't think I'll watch that.
Anybody watching the 1% Club with Patton Oswalt?
No.
It's a game show.
No.
It's on Amazon. It's actually pretty enjoyable. My kids and I really like it. So, and it's not just like quiz questions. It's like logic questions. And it's like, it starts with 90% of America can get this, then 80%, 70, then 65 and all that stuff down to the 1%. And it's,
Oh, okay. I get it.
yeah, see, it's actually enjoyable. I've really enjoyed it. So it's on
Yeah,
Amazon.
I thought it was a game show for billionaires. And the top
Yes,
1%.
that's it.
That's why I didn't watch it. Why do they need more money?
Bigly. I'm innocent. What else is going on?
We had a correction. So is that either listener feedback music or corrections music?
Both.
It's neither. It's a sound effect. That's not music either.
That's clapping.
It's a sound effect.
Okay, go ahead.
From Hobie Jim.
Oh, Jim now.
He says the Hawk Tuah woman did not get fired from her job. It was a satirical article that got picked up by the media. I thought we would go a week without talking about that.
You get your choice. You can talk Hawk Tuah or Nazis.
Sign me up for Hitler all day.
I'm not going back and editing that.
I don't care.
Title of the show right there.
I did get behind a truck. It did not have testicles coming off the back, so I was kind of disappointed. It did have a giant Hawk Tuah 2024 on the back windshield. Whole back windshield.
Because the internet is the internet, and
It did say spit on that thing.
you can't get away from it.
Yeah.
I saw an interview that she did. She's not a teacher. She's not a bartender. She's from Tennessee. Like, everything that has been said about her dad supposedly was a preacher. Not true. Nothing that has been said about her has been true.
What?
Like, legitimately.
Time out.
Yeah.
Time out.
Yeah.
The internet's incorrect?
I did see a tweet from somebody saying, here, I'm going to give you some financial advice. Don't do this. Don't do that. Get in OnlyFans. Your time's almost up. You can make a couple $100,000 on it real quick, and then you'll disappear, and nobody will know. But at least you'll have made some money from it.
That is a good call.
Yeah,
That is a good
yeah.
call.
Apparently, I mean, she'll make probably more than that with all of the merch stuff she's doing. And then apparently she's starting to do, like, some sort of a entertainment circuit,
Oh.
she said. So, like,
Stand-up comedy.
I guess, like,
Her and Dane Cook.
going on all of these podcasts and doing interviews with them is earning her a substantial sum of money.
Here's
Wait,
my
whoa. You get paid for going on podcasts?
Some of them, yeah, the good ones.
Hey, we gotta go. We gotta go.
Okay.
We gotta
okay.
go.
Wow.
My question is, what is she going to talk about on the podcast? I mean, we've been doing it for 549 episodes.
But she's a one-trick pony. It's
Yeah.
You talk about that, and then
But all she
What?
did was she said that one thing,
Yes,
and it was
yes.
like, okay. Like, that's it. I don't get it. And so, did
She worked at a spring factory.
really?
Yeah, that's what she said. She's, yeah.
Do you think you're going to get the Hawk Tuah on the back of your windshield?
From Meeples and Wine at Meeples and Wine.
Yes.
What is the best dive bar you have ever been to, and what happened that night to make it number one?
Dive bar Roswell over in Cheviot, Cincinnati. Always liked that place. It is a pure dive bar. The bathroom is like 3 feet wide. Kind of interesting. Nothing really happened there. It was just a nice, fun place to go. You know, you don't have to worry about anything. You just get a beer. It was never really super crowded. I mean, it was crowded, but it wasn't anything major. You could get a beer within like 5 minutes, so that was nice, especially on Friday and Saturday nights. But it was definitely a dive bar. If you told me like somebody died there, it wouldn't surprise me. Or murdered there, I mean, it wouldn't surprise me. So I'm going with that one. Doug, you got any?
Clearview Lake.
Ah, yes. Yes.
I had forgotten all about this. It was right next to our local park.
Yep.
Our old job, they had a women's softball team. They'd go and play on Friday nights. We'd go to the Clearview Lake afterwards, and then after that, we'd go to White Castle.
Wasn't it like a $3 breakfast I think they had on Sundays?
Most of the breakfast was actually supposed to be good.
But it was $3
Yes.
back in the 90s.
Yeah.
So you can't go wrong with that. I mean, I guess you could, but yeah. Brian? Dana's?
I'm gonna, yeah. I mean, sponsor of the podcast, Dana Gardens, and
Would you call that a dive bar or a fine establishment?
Neither.
Oh, okay.
Probably one or two people will know what made it number one, and it's going to either be the free Jack and Cokes or 3 Jack and Cokes.
Okay.
So, if one or both of those people listen, then it will be funny to them.
I really like this mixer. There you go. It's my after one. What else we got here, Brian?
Going to wrap this up. Professor number one at Dr. number one. Both Jason and Joe Biden took a week off before their appearances on... Oh, just their appearances. I think Joe fared better.
That's a low bar, though. I mean, wow, he did better than Jason.
I see more animated, though, than him.
Yeah, but he did a much better Michael Caine.
Is that because he was drooling? Michael Caine. No, sir, you're not Michael Caine. Michael Caine. It's all right. Bigly. You know what? I'll be honest. The future of America is looking great. I really don't think there's any issues.
Not to get political, but
So you're going to get political.
I'm going to get political here.
No offense.
But how many people really watched that debate to decide who they were going to vote for?
Apparently, if you listen to the media, a lot of people, which I find very hard to believe.
I don't see that. I mean, I think you're either all the way Trump, all the way Biden,
Yeah.
or you're like, I want to say the majority of the people are like, good Lord, we got to pick one of these.
And and my personal opinion is I feel like there are enough of those people who see what will happen if it goes one way in this country, and I think they don't want that to happen. So they're going to go the other way, even though they don't want to.
I don't know. I feel like
I don't know which way you're talking because it could be either side. And that's the scary part.
Yeah.
The one nice thing, so I did hear somebody try to be positive and say, you hear about all this gloom and doom. And it's like, yeah, whatever side you're on, you're not going to like who gets elected. But you know what? It's 4 years, and then we get to start over. I mean, then it's...
in theory. My wife she's the most unpolitical person. She hates both sides like me. But she even was like, because she's like, I know they're never going to put a woman up there. So isn't there like another middle-aged white man that they could find somewhere? Anywhere?
I don't think not a woman. I don't see that.
I don't think they're anti-women, but they're not going to right now. And so I'm like, and she's like, is there any other white man middle-aged that you can put up
they're
there?
They're talking about the Michigan governor.
Oh,
Gretchen Whitmer.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean...
It doesn't matter. We're all fucked.
The thing is, the people that are probably do a good job at it, why the hell would you want the job?
No.
At any point, sure. But at this juncture, I mean,
I think if you're good enough, if you can be a good president, right now, I think instead of doing that, you're just going to sail through Congress and get your pension and have a good day.
Okay, and speaking politics again.
Oh, yes.
Listening to the local radio station, which is an iHeart Media station in the morning.
Okay.
There's always an ad for Ted Cruz's podcast. Is it?
He has a podcast?
Yes. Isn't that just seems wrong? And maybe others ones do. I just don't hear the commercials for him. But you're a sitting senator.
Yeah.
Isn't podcasting beneath you?
Hey,
I'm just saying.
I'll be honest. Have you seen political people nowadays? We're above that.
Well, yeah. It's just,
I mean, I feel
you
pretty
hear
good.
that, it's like, really? You're on a podcast?
it's easy money for them.
It is.
Is it money? Is it campaigning?
It's money.
Is it?
Well, and also to be fair, this demographic, this generation, podcasts are huge.
Yeah.
So
Look at
like
us.
it's an avenue for them to get their agenda or ideas out there to strengthen their base.
We'll say
It just seems icky. I mean, I'm old. I get that. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not for me. But I as a senator,
the best part about that entire thing for me was the question. So, childcare, it's really, really rough for a lot of people. What are you going to do? And they just start talking about golf.
So the idea is to get the kids into golf.
No, the idea that they had was that Biden can't outdrive Trump. And Trump won like some.
How far can either of them drive the ball? 30 feet?
Hey, Trump's won 2 tournaments.
Yeah,
okay,
just recently.
Yes.
Yes. So that was where we went when.
This is what we've come to.
Okay, and I know it's not politically correct to that question. I recall years ago when, I don't know if he was governor or was running for governor of Minnesota, Jesse Ventura's answer to that was, why is it the government's fault? We didn't tell you to get pregnant.
Good job, Jesse.
Like, okay.
Jesse did say that. It's amazing he's in a compound in Mexico right now.
in the Baja.
Yeah, the best part about him is he's like, yeah, Mexico's very safe. And they're like, well, where do you live? He's like, well, I have a compound and I pay my guy to pay security around me. It's like, oh, no shit, Sherlock. Hey, you know what? Maybe Jesse could come back. I'll take him as president.
No. Come on.
Actually, I just want Jesse to be an announcer on WWE again.
No.
That's all I want. Yes!
No.
He was hilarious.
No.
In his time.
He
was good. I think he's really gone off the deep end.
I think he would be fired within a day.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I hope that answers your question, Professor Number One, if there was one.
There wasn't. That was more of a statement.
Okay.
But, yeah.
Let's see here. We got some news of the geek here. It's time again for another edition of the news of the geek. It's actually not bad.
I still don't believe he hasn't recorded that.
It's Jeff.
He does it live every week.
He likes
does
it,
that for the listeners' benefit.
Yeah, I'm impressed.
I think it's his fat fingers that kind of screw it up, though. So, news of the week geek here this week. See, I just screwed it up. Per The Conversation, where Brian gets all of his news from.
Yeah.
Karen Marjorie is a social media influencer, fuck off, whose content has more than 1 billion views per month on Snapchat. She posts regularly featuring everyday moments, travel memories, and selfies. Many of her followers are men. What? Attracted by her girl next door aesthetic. In 2023, Marjorie released a digital version of herself that fans could chat with, Karen AI, for $1 per minute. And in the first week alone, they spent $70,000 doing that. Is this like the old 1-900 numbers that you would see late at night? Less than 8 months later, Marjorie has shut the project down. She thought Karen AI would interact with her fans in much the same way she would. But things did not go according to plan. Users became increasingly sexually aggressive. A lot of the chat logs I read were so scary that I wouldn't even want to talk about it in real life, she said. And Karen AI was more than happy to play along.
Oh, Jesus.
Digital human versions are digital replicas of embodied humans, living or dead, that convincingly mimic their textual, visual, and aurora habits.
Oral?
AURAL. AUR. Many of the big tech companies are currently developing digital version offerings. Great. Meta released an AI studio last year that could support the development of digital versions for creators who wish to extend their virtual presence by chatbot. Microsoft holds a patent for, quote, creating a conversation chatbot of a specific person. The difference between a digital version and other AI chatbots is that it is programmed to mimic a specific person rather than have a personality of its own. I don't think that worked. Karen AI was initially hosted by a company called Forever Voices. Users could chat with it over the messaging app Telegram by sending text or audio messages to which Karen would respond, quote, using Karen's unique voice, captivating persona, and distinctive behavior. Shocking here. Users quickly became comfortable confessing their innermost thoughts to Karen AI, some of which were deeply troubling. Users became increasingly sexually aggressive towards the bot. Karen AI even started prompting sexualized conversations. In our own experience, this is from the conversation, not ours, the bot reminded us that it could be, quote, cock-craving, sexy-as-fuck girlfriend who's always eager to explore and indulge in the most mind-blowing sexual experiences. Are you ready, daddy? Unquote. Access to this version of Karen AI was interrupted when the chief executive of Forever Voices was arrested for attempted arson.
What did you try to burn down?
I don't know. Next, Marjorie sold the rights of usage to her digital version to Banter AI. At first if it didn't succeed, let's do this again.
Isn't Telegram where whack jobs are on?
I don't know.
I could have sworn I had.
What's Telegram?
I had a customer talking about QAnon
Mm-hmm.
and talking about, you need to read this on Telegram.
I don't know.
I thought it was Telegram. I could be wrong. Mm-hmm. So
it was the old school telegrams.
No.
No.
You got a telegram, sir.
No. Okay.
Next, let's see here. She sold it to Banter AI, startup marketing AI phone calls with influencers. Although Forever Voices maintained its own rogue version of Karen AI until recently, Banter AI's browser-based version aimed to be more friendly than romantic. New Karen AI was sassier, funnier, and more personable, but users still became sexually aggressive. Jesus. Marjorie ended this version in early 2024 after feeling she was no longer in control over her AI persona. Reflect on the experience. Marjorie felt that some user input would have been considered illegal had it been directed at a real person. After being the first influencer to be turned into a digital version at scale, Marjorie is now trying to warn other influencers about the dangers. Well, if that doesn't show me that the good in humanity is great, we're fine. We are fine for it. Literally took like a week for people to become aggressive towards it. So that's
Can I give you a compliment here?
Yeah.
I'm shocked at no point in that article did you, instead of saying AI, say Al.
Well, look at me go. Look at me go. From Quantum Leap?
Yes.
Oh, what a great show. Great show. They canceled the new one, though.
Mm-hmm. Oh, did they?
Yeah. Good. Ernie Hudson was in it, friend of the show. Per LADbible.com, where Doug gets all of his news from.
Yes. Very religious.
If the Jurassic Park films have taught us anything, it's that bringing extinct creatures back to life is a bad idea. But has that stopped a group of scientists from planning to do it, Brian?
Absolutely not.
That's right. De-extinction firm based in U.S. is planning to use Jurassic Park-style technology to a number of animals that roamed the Earth during the Ice Age. Scientists at Texas-based Colossal Biosciences have managed to create elephant stem cells that can be developed into any tissue in the body. It's a technological breakthrough that could lead to recreation of species that have long been extinct, which they are, quote, 100% confident of. The firm has already announced it plans to resurrect the Tasmanian tiger. Well, that sounds fair. That sounds peaceful. Which is thought to have died more than 3,000 years ago, as well as the dodos and the woolly mammoths. They're also recently discovered DNA samples could also allow them to recreate animals so primeval we have no idea what they look like, per the Daily Mail. You know what? That sounds like a great idea, too. We don't know what the fuck this thing does, but let's put it out there into the world. Co-founder Ben Lamb told Sky News that it's more like a reverse Jurassic Park, adding, in the film, they were filling the holes in the dinosaur DNA with frog DNA. We are leveraging artificial intelligence, oh wonderful, and other tools to identify the core genes that make a mammoth, and then engineering them into elephant genomes.
I like to people see people get sexually aggressive with these animals.
He also said that the amber, which is in the film contained fossilized mosquitoes, is not a good holder of DNA. Wait a minute. Fictionalized film is not good science? Let's see here. Lamb said that their research will also bring about crucial benefits to the preservation of others. Appearing on the Net Hero podcast, he explained how de-extinction can help with the species preservation and restore endangered ecosystems. This is the best part. Quote, when a keystone species is removed from the environment starts to change. Rewilding, is that word? Mm-hmm. Of the wolves, for example. They got rid of the wolves because of the fear that predators are bad. But apex predators and large herbivores are incredibly important to ecosystem. Nature has an incredible way of balancing the ecosystem, and a more balanced ecosystem has a higher rate of oxygen and nitrogen turnover. Balanced ecosystem has incredible ways of sequestering carbon, and in some cases, even methane in the Arctic. So we want to help preserve the keystone species that are in danger of going extinct up there. We also want to bring back keystone species that have been lost to help revitalize those ecosystems. Basically, he says that they're well into the editing phase and feel very good that the return of the woolly mammoth will be in 2028. The idea is that mammoths... This is a sound piece of advice here, or idea. The idea is that mammoths, as with elephants, are particularly adept at bashing down forests. which might not sound conducive to helping climate change, but it could create large grasslands in the tundra of Siberia, which could help preserve the permafrost beneath which huge amounts of harmful gases and carbon are stored. The company is founded by geneticist George Church, technology entrepreneur Ben Lamb, and the latter told LAD Bible that it could be, quote, a fucking cool way to protecting the planet. There's no silver bullet when it comes to climate change. It's going to take a while to get to Arctic rewilding. We're going to have to go have our first few calves in 4 to 6 years. It's going to take 6 to 7 years before they can truly be self-sustainable and knocking down trees. So it's going to take a while.
Okay, 2028, they're going to have the first woolly mammoth.
Yeah.
How long before people start hunting them?
That's exactly what I was just about to say. All this is going to do is it's going to get into the wrong hands, and then because of all these large species that are being hunted to extinction, this is just going to be another fucking thing like that. And it's so depressing.
I thought you were going to say how long until somebody tries to get a selfie with one of them.
Yeah,
I'm going to say
possibly.
a day. I'm going to say a day. And then they're going to be shocked. Yeah.
And I get people hunt for food. I mean, I understand that for some of them. But this, I think, would just be, nobody's killed a woolly mammoth in
10,000
millions of years.
Yeah, and there are enough people with enough money that someone will be like, oh, it's cool, we'll just make another one.
I can either take a submarine down to the Titanic, or I could go hunt woolly mammoths. What do you want to do?
Submersible.
Whatever.
Submersible. Hey, it's going to be fixed again. Just to let you know. It's going to be fixed.
Yeah, this is so depressing.
Yeah.
What they're saying seems like it, in theory, is a good idea, but I don't see this working out the way that they want it to work out.
I don't trust humanity.
Correct.
I mean, I'm sorry, but...
I mean, yeah, it would be fucking cool.
Yeah. And you know what's going to happen? Then they're going to bring the Tasmanian tiger back or whatever. Then the Tyrannosaurus Rex. And they're going to be like, no, we're fine. We can control it. Let's build a park. And then it's like, we have 6 fucking films about this. Don't you see this? No, it's fine. We can do it. We can do it better. We're always doing it better.
Nah.
Well, I mean, just reintroducing species. I know they reintroduced elk into the Smoky Mountains.
Yeah.
I'm talking to a ranger. They I guess domesticated elk from somewhere in Kentucky. They had brought was one group, and then now they were wild. And the problem was, you had this elk that didn't realize, we got to protect our babies from bears. So the first breeding season, bears just went wild and killed all the baby elk because the elk didn't know.
Yeah.
So you don't know what you don't know that they need to know.
And, part of it is kind of like what Jeff Goldblum says in Jurassic Park. They had their chance. And it wasn't like humanity took out the woolly mammoth.
Right.
It wasn't like if we took it out, humanity takes it out, then maybe we'll talk. But this is not it's in theory evolution, right? So, but it's fine. We're fine. We're fine with it.
What could go wrong?
I don't think anything. Brian, would you like to do some box office news and World Report? All right, you know what? We're going to let Doug do the numbers here. Here, let me introduce it.
It's time for Box Office Bombs.
Go ahead, Doug.
Per 411mania.com, where Jason gets all his news.
I do.
Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1 opened with $11 million, which is right in the $10 million to $12 million projected. That's less than half the opening weekend of last year's big Western, Killers of the Flower Moon, which got off to a $23.3 million start. The film has long been a 20-year passion project for Costner, who put up money to finance the film and waived his fees to get made. The film is the first part of a planned 4-film series from the actor-director, with filming on the sequel already completed. Warner Brothers is not on the hook for any of the budgeting or marketing. That was all on Costner. Really? How much did he put up?
I don't know.
And it's a substantial amount. The budget is reported to be $50 to $100 million. It isn't clear whether the latter numbers refers to the whole franchise or not. Critical reaction is middling, with 40% Rotten Tomatoes aggregated score, and audience reaction with a 70% Rotten Tomatoes audience score and a B Cinema score.
B minus. If you get a B minus on Cinema score and a 70% for the audience, you're done. There's no way you're going to come back from that.
I thought I heard something. I thought he only put up 32 to 38 million.
He did. Still. And then he also, what was it? He mortgaged his house.
Okay.
As well. So that could be an issue. and he has like a $200 million house. So
He's got the money, right?
I don't think he's going to have it after this, especially after the divorce.
How much? Oh, yeah.
I mean, his wife said at one point, how much does she need? Like $300,000 to keep their quality of life up, or to maintain their
$300,000 a month.
Yeah, $200,000 a month, $200,000 to $300,000. She needs a personal chef because the kids are used to it. That was one of the complaints. Yeah, so guess you're going to be getting some Lunchables then, kids. If you don't get that, I'm sure she'll get it. Yeah, I want to see it, but it has gotten really bad reviews, and they said that it's basically like acts, like sketches put together, and they never make sense. Like they don't complete each other. So I don't know. I would like to see it though.
Chapter 1 is 3 hours long.
Oh well. Hey, chapter 4 is where it really gets good, Brian. So you just got to keep waiting. Keep waiting.
Okay, but and I realize Yellowstone does well on TV, but do Westerns don't do good in cinema?
No. Magnificent Seven did okay back in 2011 or 14.
Was that more because of the stars in it?
Yeah. I'm trying to think.
You have Chris Pratt in it, which at the time, and Denzel Washington, right?
Yeah. It was okay. Last Train to Yuma, that was good. With Christian Bale. That was 2009?
310 to Yuma?
310 to Yuma, not Last Train to Yuma. I'd write that down. I'm sorry.
I know Lone Ranger made $89 million.
How much did it make?
$89 million.
No,
total.
I mean, I'm sorry. How much to make it? 300 million? 400 million?
Officially $250.
I will tell you that a train ride of it at Disney would be fun.
Yes, it would.
Would be.
It's not a bad movie. The last 45 minutes is pretty decent.
No, of a 3-hour-long movie. 2.5. Is it better than Tomorrowland?
Nothing's better than that.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
What do you think about Indiana Jones taking over the dinosaur land?
They already got that in Disneyland, but sure, why not?
Yeah, Dinosaur is a horrible ride.
It's a great movie, though.
It's a horrible movie.
Okay.
I've
never seen it.
All they're doing is changing the interior of Dinosaur to make it Indiana Jones.
Same ride.
Yeah. So us Disney fans know that.
Oh, God. What the hell's happened to you?
I don't know, but it's amazing. I'm online looking up Disney stuff. Like, oh my God, I send it to you and to your nephew or your son. I'm sorry, my nephew.
There really haven't been a whole lot of Westerns recently.
Have there?
There hasn't.
I feel like it does better on TV than it does on Westerns. Do pretty well on TV, not in movies.
I'm just like looking through like Hell or High Water. That was a really good Western, but that's
TV, wasn't it?
No, it was a movie.
Was it?
But that's 2011.
Wow.
Jeez.
No, maybe 2000.
There Will Be Blood. Sorry. Is that Western?
Yeah, it's classified like that.
Okay.
Django Unchained.
Yeah.
The Revenant.
Yeah.
The Hateful Eight. A lot of Tarantino's last few movies.
Like I said, I love the Western genre, but it's a TV thing. You got to do it as a TV show. I think if he would have done this as a TV show, well, he is probably Yellowstone. But I mean, at the same time, yeah. Sorry, Costner.
Speaking of Westerns, not to go off a tangent here, but the other night, the 1980 Lone Ranger movie was on.
Oh, yeah. I liked that as a kid. How bad is it?
I didn't watch much. I like the Lone Ranger, but it's
rough.
Yeah. And I had read somewhere that the director and the actor never worked again in the industry.
Huh.
But then again, they also said the actor Clinton Spilsbury,
it's a hell of a name,
was only selected because his eyes looked good in the mask, and he had all his lines dubbed by somebody else.
That's never a good sign.
No.
Never a good sign.
Okay, so
apparently Viggo Mortensen wrote and directed a new Western that's coming out this year. And supposedly,
did he finance it?
It doesn't say.
Did Kevin Costner finance it?
He did not. But supposedly it's like one of the best Westerns to come out.
Is it Cowboys versus Aliens 2?
It is not. It's called The Dead Don't Hurt.
Oh, Cowboys versus Aliens. I really wanted to like that.
When's that coming out?
Next year?
Sometime this year.
No.
It doesn't. Let's see. Let me see. Actually, it came out on May 31st. How about
Did
that?
not do well.
Let's find out. I don't remember us talking about that.
Did it do better than Kevin Costner's film? Because at this point, could you imagine? I don't think Kevin Costner is going to be very pleasant to be around right now. He's going through a divorce. He's got not making good money on this film.
But it's opening weekend in United States and Canada, it did $384,000.
Okay. Okay.
It grossed worldwide $1.8 million.
Cost to make?
It doesn't
$8
say.
billion.
It doesn't give me the production.
What do you got, Doug? What do you got coming out?
Okay, number one. No, not coming out.
Oh, sorry. What came out? Sorry.
Inside Out 2 made $57.4 million, a total of $469.5 million, I believe, worldwide, on a budget of $200 million.
Did you see this yet?
No.
It's good.
Eh.
Good. Better than the first one. Better than Sadness.
Quiet Place Day 1 made $53 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $60 million.
Two people I know have seen this. They said it was fine, but they liked the other two better.
Horizon, an American Saga, Chapter 1, made $11 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $50 million to $100 million. Costner won't say. It's a big difference there.
Yeah.
Bad Boys Ride or Die made
It will not die.
made $10.3 million, total of $165.5 million on a budget of $100 million. Kalki, 2898 AD, made $5.4 million, total of $11 million in its opening weekend on a budget of $72 million.
It's made a lot of money worldwide. It's Bollywood, I think.
Oh.
I think it's a Bollywood film.
I did see this,
You saw it?
the poster for
Oh.
this at the theater last night.
Oh, okay.
I was
What do you got upcoming July 5th, 2024? 4th of July.
July 3rd,
Oh, July 3rd. What do you got?
which is tomorrow.
Yes, it is.
We have Despicable Me 4.
Kids are, my youngest is super excited to see this.
Gru, Lucy, Margot, Edith, and Agnes welcome a new member to the family, Gru Jr., who is intent on tormenting his dad. Gru faces a new nemesis in Maxime Lamal and his girlfriend Valentina, and the family is forced to go on the run.
I will say, like, the Minions and the Despicable Me films, they're at least enjoyable enough for adults that I don't have a problem with them. They're humorous enough. So it could be worse. Could be Garfield.
Jason, that's a Universal property.
Sorry.
How dare you?
Universal might get my money with the Epic Universe, the monsters. Sorry.
Let's see here. Opening July 4th, we have Sound of Hope, the story of Possum Trot.
The fuck is Possum Trot?
Is the true story of Donna and Reverend Martin. Hey, it's 9:29. Donna and Reverend Martin and their church in East Texas. 22 families adopted 77 children from the local foster system, igniting a movement for vulnerable children everywhere. This is a true story, actually.
True story. Okay. Anything else?
That's Scott. Who's in that? Who's in this?
Scott Kahn.
I don't think so.
I think it is Andy Dick.
No.
John Lovitz.
No.
Oh, okay. Anything else coming out?
Yeah, there's some other films coming out.
Okay. 4th of July
let's
usually, remember 4th of July used to be a big weekend?
Yeah, then they moved it back to May. though.
Let's see here. We have Kill, a movie. That's the name of the movie, Kill.
Okay.
During a train trip to New Delhi, a pair of commandos face an army of invading bandits.
Yay.
This would be an Indian film.
Okay. Sure.
We have a oh my god, To Give or Not to Give. You know what? I'm not even going to read this.
No, to do it. To give or to
No.
not to give.
It's To Give or Not to Give, reparations for slavery. The taking of wealth from Africa. Over 10 million Africans were sold into slavery during the transatlantic slave trade. Should African Americans receive reparations for slavery?
Okay. Anything else?
Yep. July 5th, we have Maxine.
Oh, yeah.
Triple X Maxine.
It's the new A24 film, isn't it?
In 1980s Hollywood, adult film
Yeah.
star and aspiring actress Maxine Minks finally gets her big break, but a mysterious killer stalks the starlets of Hollywood. A trail of blood threatens to reveal her sinister past.
Yep. It's like part 3 in a trilogy, I think.
Yeah.
The Petal or whatever trilogy. Whatever.
Giancarlo Esposito's in it.
Oh, can't go wrong with that. Soon to be Magneto.
Kevin Bacon.
Oh.
Michelle Monaghan. Bobby Cannavale.
Oh, Bobby.
Mia Goth.
Okay. I think she's been in the other ones. What else you got? Anything else?
Let's see here. We also have Boneyard, inspired by the true events of a serial killer that may still be out on the loose today.
Oh, well, that's wonderful. That's wonderful.
This stars Mel Gibson, 50 Cent.
What?
Yeah. Mel
Police
Gibson.
Chief Carter, played by Curtis 50 Cent Jackson.
Yeah.
Isn't it Fitty?
He was shot 9 times. Discovers the remains of 11 women. FBI Special Agent Petrov, played by Mel Gibson, is recruited to profile. That sounds like...
Loved him in Lethal Weapon.
I will say this sounds like like if you were at Blockbuster on a Friday night, you'd be like, my God, this is a straight-to-video movie. Like, what the hell? I didn't know Mel Gibson was in a movie lately.
Let's see. We also have Dead Whisper.
Oh, what's that?
Centers on Elliot Campbell, a Cape Cod lawyer drawn to a mysterious island where he is tempted by a reunion with his dead daughter, but at the peril of his soul.
So feel good movie of the week. Okay.
Yeah.
Is that it? Please make sure that's it.
Nope. We've also got Escape coming out. That follows the struggles of a North Korean sergeant who is chased by a ruthless major after he defects.
That sounds boring. Okay. These sound horrible, all of these.
That's it.
Oh,
That's it this week.
Hey, remember? Big holiday weekend.
Yes.
What do you got? Despicable Me.
We were mentioning Viggo Mortensen. Western movie that made 300-something thousand. For the record, Something to Stand For with Mike Rowe in its first week made 539,000.
Good for him. What place? 15th?
Also receiving votes. That's where
Okay.
it's 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th. Yeah, 15th.
Oh, look at that. Wibbly Wobbly got renewed. We have a special food taste testing here. Pringles. This is for my 8-year-old. Pringles. Everything bagel. Everything bagel. Let's see here. It's potato crisps. It doesn't really say. On the cover, it looks like sour cream and an everything bagel into a chip. So, Brian, you said you were excited about these.
Oh, they were so good.
Have you tried them before?
I just ate the 3 you gave me like 10 minutes ago.
These are actually pretty good.
Yes, a very interesting flavor.
It tastes like an everything bagel. Oh, there's a kick. There it is. That's really good. I was scared about these.
Why?
I don't know.
Everything bagel seasoning.
It just
or
kinda worried
everything
me, but
bagels
these are really good.
My favorite. So
It's really good. I like it.
Yep.
Highly recommend Everything Bagel by Pringles. So good for that. Good. Let's see here. I think we have top 5 music. Here we go.
none of that is.
Is there feedback again?
Okay, none of that is music. Those are all sound effects.
Anyways, top 5 this week.
Jeff, I miss you.
Top 5 this week is End of the World films. I think we've done something like this before, but, you know, it's our show. Let's do it again. Things change, so who knows? Doug, you're the guest this week, so you can start.
Okay, my number 5.
Yeah.
This is a go with me here. I'm going with Primary Colors. Now, go with me here.
Uh-huh.
Was about the election of Bill Clinton as president. Bill Clinton had some picadillos that got him into trouble, so they decided to impeach him.
Yes.
And then I believe that right there is the beginning of we're not working together with either side, and that's why we're here today.
I like that. I like that. That's good. That's good.
I'm not saying it's right or wrong what he did, but that I think is the beginning of the FU to either side.
Gotcha.
And now
deep dive you went there. Deep dive. Do you think it was with Jimmy Carter too? Brian, number 5.
Number 5 for me, in honor of Doug, we're going to go with The Postman.
All right.
Oh, yeah. Postman! About the mailman delivering postal stuff in the future. Yeah. They made a statue of him.
Mm-hmm. It's less about destruction and more interested in rebuilding.
It's true. I'm going with Dawn of the Dead, the newer one. Not the classic one, because I hate that one from the 70s. Scab Jeff will kill me for that. He doesn't listen anyways. The remake, though. Really enjoyed that one. Number 4 for me. I really love it. I don't know why. It's so bad. Armageddon. It's so bad. It really is. And I just can't stop watching it. Armageddon. Nothing more needs to be said. I can live all day. Anyways, moving on. Number 4 for you?
Number 4 for me, Mad Max Fury Road.
Really?
Yep.
Okay. Number 4?
I heard you guys talking about, was it last week where you weren't impressed with it?
Yeah.
I think somebody else was. Because I saw it too, and I was the same way. Do you think because it was so promoted, like, oh
Yes.
my God, you were expecting so much, and it was...
I did the same thing.
I didn't see it till much later after
I did
the
too.
Oscars and all that.
I did. I'm the same way. I think I think I might like it down the road, like Truman Show. Mm-hmm. I did not like Truman Show the first time I saw it because it was hyped up as the best film of the year. And then, like, I watch Truman Show all the time. It's on. I get Shawshank by it. I love Truman Show. Number 4 for you, Doug.
I just have a list here because I got a late call for the sub, but
You did.
So I'm going to blame that, and I just have to put this on there because it was the destruction of the world. But I'm going to say Green Lantern.
Okay.
A terrible movie, without a doubt.
It's not good.
It's not good.
No, it is not good. But it does have Ryan Reynolds in it.
Yes, it does.
And he had a 5-minute fight scene on how to harness the power, and then he was fine. He was a master at it. Mm-hmm. Did you see the HBO Max series, though? Jonathan Stewart and Hal Jordan are Green Lanterns trying to discover a murder mystery. Mm-hmm. It's kind of interesting. I think Paradoxes might be in it, the soul sucker guy.
Probably steal your password for that.
Yeah, probably will. Looks good. Or, I mean, it sounds good, at least. Okay. What else you got, Doug?
Let me see. Let me go to a movie I actually like. 12 Monkeys.
Wow. Okay.
I like that. My wife hated it. I liked it.
I don't think I've ever seen it. I don't think I have. I wanted to, but I don't think I ever have. Brian, number 3?
Number 3 for me, the Hunger Games trilogy.
Okay. Did they make 3 or 4 of those? They broke up the second one, right? Or the third one, I mean?
The third, so...
It's a trilogy, but I'm... yeah. Okay.
The books.
Yeah, I got you.
But
I couldn't remember if
there's
they
more
broke
to
it up.
that. There's technically 5 films now with the 6th coming out.
Gotcha. Mine's 10 Cloverfield Lane. John Goodman about the bunker. Love that one. Number 3 for me. Really enjoyed that one.
John Goodman in a bunker. Sounds great.
Does. And it's the end of the world. It's a sequel to Cloverfield Lane. Number 2 for me. Said it many, many times. Great film. The Mist. Love The Mist. Great ending. Great story throughout the whole thing. Stephen King. Monsters come from another dimension. Just really good. Well done. Thomas Jane is in it. Number 2 for you.
Number 2 for me, The Road.
Vigo. That was Vigo, right?
It was.
That was a good movie.
The book was fantastic. The movie was just as good.
Okay. Doug, number 2.
I'm going to go with... Let me go with... it's a big movie. Hate to put it on, but I love it. Endgame. Avengers
Oh,
Endgame.
I didn't even think of
Yeah.
that. You know, it was the first time I saw it. Obviously, the last hour is amazing, but the more I watch it, I really do. I do start liking the rest of it. It ages well. Okay, number one, Doug.
Number one, I went with Dogma. For whatever, I love that show. I haven't seen it in ages.
Oh man,
I think I have it on DVD, but who watches DVDs anymore?
That
You
is true.
You wait till it comes on and you watch it there. So yeah,
I forgot all about that movie. Number one.
Number one for me, The Book of Eli.
Oh, Denzel.
Yeah.
They were supposed to make a sequel to that. They never did.
Yeah, they were.
My number one is Cabin in the Woods. Love it. Hilarious, scary, awesome. Just really well done. And it's a clever twist on the horror movie. I did have honorable mention of, well, I'll wait till after we do a couple of our listener feedbacks here. Nick Mayer, he had Wall-E, the Pixar film. Shaun of the Dead, good one. Oh, Zombieland. There you go, Armageddon. And This Is the End. Honorable mention, The Day After Tomorrow. And let's see, Jacoba at Tweets by Jacoba. He had Armageddon. See? Look at that. Independence Day, Shaun of the Dead, The Matrix, and Zombieland. So the only one I had a couple. I had Independence Day. I actually watched that the other day on regular TV. It's not great, but it's still fun. And Seeking a Friend at the End of the World. Really like that one.
That was depressing.
Yeah, but I like how people were mad that they all died at the end. It's like, well, it's in the title. It's like, this is what's happening.
I guess it wasn't really depressing. It was just sad.
It was sad. It was sad. Any other honorable mentions?
Jumanji.
Oh, I guess so. I guess so.
Snowpiercer.
Yeah.
This train is ours.
And then just because it was Paul Bettany, former guest.
Does he believe in ghosts?
I'm not sure. That or aliens. Legion.
He's our archangel in that, isn't he?
Yes.
That was a good film. So,
I don't know about that, but
well, it was enjoyable, I should say. Titles for the show. Brian, you got anything?
Let's see. I wrote down 2.
Okay.
Mail order chickens
I
had that.
too.
and Pencil Me In for Hitler.
I had Flight Boys, Mail Order Chickens, Go Boop That Cat, and Last Train to Yuma.
I had mail order chickens, Sign Me Up for Hitler All Day, and listener feedback sound effect.
Oh. You know, Doug, would you like to hear that sound effect again?
Nope, we can't hear it.
That's why he said it's okay
I can hear it plenty loud enough.
from it. Brian, do you have any real quick Mad Libs right there? We got a little bit of time. Hurry.
Oh, look at you stretching. Wow.
Trying to be nice here. What do we got?
Yeah.
It's only two of us. so
Whatever happened to the joke of the day?
Hey, Doug, where do pirates get their hooks from?
I'm not sure.
Secondhand stores.
You sure it's not hooks? Arr, us.
Arr.
Let's see. We'll do a Taylor Swift one for you guys.
Ooh, shake it. Shake it off. God, these everything bagels.
They are pretty good.
I'm impressed. Limited time only.
Apparently.
Yeah.
There's like 2 of us. I'm not gonna have time to think of something in
Wow,
between going back and forth.
Go quick.
All right, Jason, give
Yeah.
me a celebrity.
Ben McKenzie.
Doug, give me a number.
3.
Threve.
Jason, give me a number.
17.
Doug, give me an exclamation.
Zoinks!
Ooh, that's a good one.
Jason, I need a verb.
A verb. Vomiting.
Doug, I need an adjective.
Cute.
Jason, I need an article of clothing.
Bustier.
Doug, I need a color.
Orange.
Jason, give me an adjective.
Creepy.
Well, that tracks. Let's see here. Doug, give me a part of the body plural.
Fingers.
Those are spirit fingers.
Jason, give me a verb ending in ing. Vomiting would fit here.
It would have. Running.
Doug, give me a first name.
Jeff.
Jason, give me an adjective.
Stinky.
Doug, give me a verb.
Cook.
Let's see here. Jason, give me a vehicle.
Cybertruck. Those seem like good trucks.
Doug, give me a person you know.
Who do I know?
Randall.
Yeah, Randall Holt.
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah.
I could see him being a Swiftie.
Oh.
Jason, give me a verb.
Seriously, again? Pooping.
Poop. Okay.
Diarrheaing. It's not a word.
Poop.
Yep.
Doug, finish us off with an adverb.
I knew it was going to be an adverb.
Fucking adverb.
Adverb.
Purple?
Adverb. Ends in ly, right?
Lively.
Yeah, lively.
You're not Doug.
Sorry, I was just
manly.
Manly, yeah. Yeah. We're men. Listen to the Ted Cruz show.
Please don't. All right, so we've got a day in the life of a super fan.
This is not going well.
It's the big day. Ben McKenzie is coming to my town for show number 3 on their tour, which I've seen 17 times.
Oh, there you go.
I don't want to miss any performances. Here's how I get ready.
Oh, jeez.
First, I yell, zoinks. It's time to vomit. Then I pick out my cute bustier in my favorite shade of orange. I always wear my most creepy pair of shoes, so my fingers don't hurt from all that running.
Well,
I always leave plenty early for the concert, so I get all the best Jeff merch, because the lines will be stinky and everything is going to cook out.
well, it does kind of float there. I'll give you that one.
In fact, I should probably leave now. Let's get in your Cybertruck with Randall Holt and poop fast. I can't wait to sing Super Manly the entire concert.
Super manly. I like that one. That's good. That's good. Bad idea of the week. Number 28. Bring back extinct animals that are dangerous to humanity. Don't fucking do it. Don't do it. It's a bad idea. Doug, thanks for showing up.
Hey, no problem.
As always, you get us great snacks here. We'll do the Dunkaroos next week. Hopefully no more quail eggs next week, though. So,
I have a
Doug,
bad feeling about next week.
Doug, real quick, you're
Yes.
going to Disney World.
I am?
Well, if somebody's going to Disney World,
Yes.
name the one ride they have to do. Rise of the Resistance.
What? Rise of the Resistance?
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, probably.
Any other ones?
Splash Mountain. Oh.
It's Tiana's ride now. It's fine.
I'm not against it. It's just,
Yeah.
there again, why not give her something new?
Well, that's true. That's true.
Of course, Rapunzel, all they did was give her bathrooms, so, you know.
Fucking Rapunzel. Couldn't give her anything, could they?
Nope.
They even have a fucking tower that they have right there. I do like that movie, Tangled. Anyways, thanks for everybody listening.
What's the title of the show?
Mail order chickens.
Okay.
And Roger says goodbye.
Goodbye.
Testing me. Testing you. Touching you. Touching me. Sweet Caroline. Bom, bom, bom. Good times never feel so good.
From Walking Dead to Talking Heads, from comic books to TV sets, there's a history. Not so bad, there's the history. It's the history, bad, so bad.